Hello. Today, it's a little late, I know. We're gonna go over Bladestorm, not Enforcer. His name is Bladestorm Enforcer. For those of you that have played the game, Enforcer is an Outlander class. Okay? Okay. This is the Bladestorm class. It's a ninja with a weird ass shield. Doesn't make sense. Again, it's a soldier body. Don't like his pants. I'm sure you people have said that. Looks like a weird shredder. But I'm probably one of the few people that actually really like him. If you have been to any of my streams, I've been playing him a ton over the last couple weeks. I know why people don't like him, and I'll explain why here in a little bit. But he's not terrible. Takes a lot of skill. Alright, first off, the in-game description states he's a masked ninja who showers enemies with throwing stars and explosive kunai. Let's break it down. Shinobi, just like every other ninja, reduces the fall damage taken by 10% and increases run and sprint speed by 10%. This is one of the few ninjas where the fall speed kind of can play an effect. But still, it's kind of, I think they need to have a different starter perk. He gets Kunai Storm. It's a new ability. Ninja flips backwards and throws 15 pointed knives downward in a half tile radius, dealing edged weapon damage. The damage area scales based on the distance within the maximum range of 4 tiles. So if you're higher than 4 tiles, you're gonna whiff. Okay, but geez, if you're 4 tiles in the air, it's gonna cover like 7 tiles. It's crazy, and you're gonna do like probably no damage. Let's see. Eliminating enemies with Kunai Storm reduces its cooldown by 2 seconds. And then the Kunai Barrage increases the number of Kunai thrown from Kunai by 6 and damage by an additional 25%. Kunai Hilation. I probably butchered that. Kunai will now randomly explode and deal energy damage in a quarter tile radius. So a lot of these are modifiers from the perks down below. At level 2, you get Manta Sleep, which is your double jump. At level 5, you get Shadow Stance. After defeating an enemy with melee weapon or edged damage, you enter Shadow Stance. So your Kunai will proc your Shadow Stances. When you're in Shadow Stance, your damage reduction is increased by 15%, and your double jumps cost 60% less energy. Also, you don't aggro as much. At level 8, you get the Kunai Collection, which is the cooldown reduction per kill with your Kunais. So if you kill a bunch of husks, you can throw another kunai again. It's pretty cool. There's a delay though, so you can't just jump in the air, throw it, and then throw it again, and then throw it. Okay. Plus you don't fly either, so you have limited time in the air. But I do know you can't trigger 2 of them back to back. You have to wait like a second. At 2-star evolution, you get throwing stars, and this is a key part of this playstyle that a lot of people overlook. Okay. Hurls throwing stars in this is your Chinese stars. There's 3 of them in a row. They are also edged weapons, so if you kill things with your throwing stars, you can proc Shadow Stance. At level 12, you get Rapid Fire, reduces the cooldown of throwing stars by 3 seconds. 15, you get the Kunai Barrage, which increases the number of Kunai thrown by 6 and the damage by 25%. 18, you get Trained to Throw, reduces the energy cost of throwing stars by 15. Here's the number 1 issue with this character. At 3-star 30, you can get Dragon Slash. Oh my gosh, the Dragon Slash. The best ability for all ninjas. Because why? Because Dragon Scorch. Everybody plays Dragon Scorch. So we'll go into detail why this is bad on this ninja. So it's just your straight dash, 2-tile dash. It clears out some husks on your side. It's also edged weapon damage. At level 25, you get Piercing Stars, okay? Throwing stars pierce through up to 3 targets. So now you can throw your stars and they continue to go through go through husks. And then at 30, you get the Kunai Hilation, where they randomly explode. Now that's key. There's a lot of things here that people overlook. So they randomly explode. So if you're doing missions where the husks have Healing Death Burst, is it definitely, that's a huge counter to Kunai. Because they come down to the ground and the explosion does a lot of the killing. But they explode and they pop like popcorn, okay? They don't just go whoosh, poof, okay? They come down and they start popping and exploding. And when you're killing the husks, they then heal the next guy. Then he gets hit, and then heals. And so you can't wave clear as much with Kunai with the Healing Death Burst on the husks. Now, really quick before we get into gameplay, I want to explain a few things about like Dragon Slash, okay? How many perks in here did you see for Dragon Slash? None. How much does Dragon Slash cost? 50 energy. 50 energy. Half of your energy. And there is no perks that buff Dragon Slash. It is the most bare bone ability. You can't get more bare boned than that. There's nothing to it. It is 50, half of your energy, and it's not buffed. Your throwing stars, you have piercing, you have energy reduction, you have cooldown reduction. I believe they're on a 3-second timer. They pierce. Dragon Slash, you go through stuff, okay? Your shurikens are your Dragon Slash. You can't hit as many targets as a Dragon Slash, but you can throw them every 3 seconds, and you can pierce, and there's 3 of them, and you can clear lines with it. If you've got a tunnel, throw your Chinese stars. Do not Dragon Slash. You will starve yourself of energy. That is the #1 complaint everybody has about this ninja. When it first came out, everybody was like, you have to run caffeine. You need to run Energy Thief Mari so you can get your energy back. I'm like, well, I don't ever run out of energy. What are you talking about? So that's why people are using Dragon Slash, because they're trained to think that all ninjas need Dragon Slash, and that is 100% inaccurate, especially in this scenario where you don't have any reason to use it. It costs too much. It's got a 10-second cooldown. It doesn't have any buffed perks. Stay away from it. So the way you play this character, just from looking at this, without even going into game and playing, I already looked at it and I was like, I would never use Dragon Slash on this character. You're going to be using your throwing stars and your kunai. And before I knew how kunai worked, I was like, kunai sounds like an AoE thing, and the stars are going to be your piercing, your straight line, sniping, whatever ability, okay? And it ended up, that's how you play the character. Ninja stars and kunai. Don't use Dragon Slash. You don't believe me, go try it, and you'll be like, wow, it's actually a little more playable. You might not like it, but that'll save you. That'll fix your energy problem right there. Bonuses. So this is kind of funny, actually. A lot of us laughed, and we're kind of bitter at the same time. So the support bonus, you get ability damage. So if you don't have Shuriken Master and you don't plan on buying a lot of llamas, or you don't want to wait for a Shuriken Master to be up on one of the alerts, there's lots of reasons, okay? You finally have ability damage on another hero. So if you're up in the air about buying Bladestorm from the store before the event is over because it's a limited time hero, dude, it's got ability damage, okay? That's a really, really solid ability. Or a support bonus. So, yeah. I mean, if you've got the gold, buy it at least for the ability damage if you don't think you're going to like playing the ninja. Here's the joke. Tactical squad bonus. Kunai Barrage increases the number of kunai thrown by the kunai storm by 6 and damage by 25%. We already have that on the hero, right? We do. Yes, you can go back and look. Does not stack with non-tactical kunai barrage perk. What? It requires a ninja primary hero, obviously. Tactical bonuses are applied to your... So, it's... I don't know if they screwed up or what. Clearly, there's plans for more ninjas to have this ability in the future, and this will give you Kunai Barrage. I just don't know if they were rushed on bringing this guy out early, or if they didn't. I don't know. It's funny. So it's a tactical for the future. Okay, it doesn't. It's not a usable tactical at the moment. I swear to God, this was the face on all of our faces right here. We were just kind of like. So, I don't know. He's cool. I actually really, really, really love this hero. We'll get into it. I'll show you why. I'm going to be running ability damage. You should always be running ability damage on this hero. You could technically run Reclaimer for the 20% energy. The Kunai Explosion is energy, but the Kunai initial hit is not energy. Your stars are not energy based, so this buffs my Kunai, and it buffs my ninja stars. So that's why I use this over energy. If I wanted to use energy from Reclaimer, I would be buffing the explosion of my kunai, and then if I wanted to run any kind of energy swords or weapons, it would buff the weapons by 20% as well. So there's kind of this trade-off of what you want to do. I am going to be running healing from MGR. I always run healing. It's due to the way I spec my player, my squads. If you notice over here, my fortitude and resistance are just driven to the ground, okay? So I run healing because I have no health, 89,000 health at level 100. Okay. What you can do for swordplay with this event, current events, soldier, you could explosive Ken. You could grab. They added assassination now, so now you can get assassination on this hero for swordplay. Where's explosive Ken? Yeah, he can do assassination, so you can get your 5 stacks of assassination with slotting him. If you really want to run numbers, I still think corrosion might be better off for when you crit. If you've got a crit built sword, if you've got crit damage on it, and you crit and proc corrosion, those ticks of damage surpass the assassination. But if you're in a thick of husks and you're going around smacking a bunch of stuff with your sword, the assassination stacks are going to be more consistent damage across the board on everything that you're hitting. So if you want swordplay, you've got those 2 options. A lot of people are running, or were running when this was brand new, Phase Scout Jess in Tactical. Because when you enter Shadow Stance, your movement speed is increased by 20% for 5 seconds. If you keep killing stuff with your shurikens, your kunai, and your swords, you're going to keep, or your Dragon Slash, which you shouldn't be using, you're going to have Shadow Stance almost up all times, and then you can sprint around like a madman. I don't use it very often. I threw it on for a couple missions, and I'm so used to playing the ninja that the speed bonus was throwing my double jumps off. I was overshooting my jumps. I was missing landing. So it's neat, but I don't run around and do a lot of sword play with this hero, so I don't need the speed. So I run health personally. There's really not a lot of cool tacticals that you can put on this guy. Oh, and just for your guys' knowledge, it's a 4-star 40 hero. So 4th zone, 4-star 40. So he should be on par. This is how he should play in this zone. I do have my stats a little tweaked because I've got enough survivors to do so. But I also maintain level 100. But with that, I can then remove things like my health, which really hurts on this hero. When you're jumping in the air and you're getting sniped, man, I've died more in the last week than I normally do. But that's my fault. I have absolutely no shield and no health. Okay. So for those of you, this is the Dragon Slash that don't know it. Don't use it, but this is what it is. Okay. It's just a straightforward dash. It does okay damage, but it consumes 50 energy, okay? Yep. It takes what, 9 seconds to get 50 energy? That's crazy. I've never timed it. Okay, so shurikens. Those are what you want to be using every 3 seconds. Okay. Hold this. They pierce. There's 3 in a row. They kill things. You can hit things from over here. I don't know how far they go. Can we hit this tree? Oh, hold on. Rock.
Nothing we can't handle.
Okay. Bet you we can hit that, can we?
Careful, this sharp.
Oh yeah, they definitely hit over there. What about this? Are they hitting that tree, or are they break it in the air?
This target's a
No, they
tricky
do
one.
hit the tree. Oh, so they do break eventually. No. Oh god, they don't. They go indefinitely. They go forever. Anyways, so you got piercing damage with it, and then your kunai. I am almost positive they changed it a little bit. Anyways, who cares? So, if you look to see where my front foot is placed, that's what we're going to use as the judge, okay? Facing this direction, foot plate is on the beginning portion of the wood, okay? Just pop kunai. You jump backwards about half a tile. Half a tile, okay? And look at the area that it covers. Gotta wait. Gotta wait for the cooldown. Okay, foot is right on the wood. Pretty much came out to here. Okay, so half a tile, like it says, half a tile, and a little bit behind where I was standing. Okay. Now, if you jump, you go back further due to the jump back, and it covers almost the entire grid in front of you. See? So if you know things are going to be in a tile in front of you, you can jump. And then the double jump. Actually, I'm going to jump off the back of the cliff, so let's do this. It'll cover like 1.5 with the double jump. Goes way out to here, out to here, out to here. Covers 1.5. Now you remember though, they explode independently. They also do a bunch of damage when they hit. So if you're trying to focus fire a smasher, you don't want to be like, oh, he just needs to be somewhere in the center of this. The more kunai that hit him and the more explosions that go off, the more damage. So you want to be able to aim. It's a skill shot, man. It is definitely a skill shot class. It is hard to use. When you get the feeling down for it, it's super strong. But again, people don't like it, mainly because it's a skill. It's a skill-based, skill shot hero. I know people prefer people like here. People are gonna get triggered. Urban Assault and Harvester. Don't get me wrong. They're some of the best heroes in the game. How do you play them? You ready? You ready? Oh, hold on. Yeah. That's some mad finger skills there, dude. Urban Assault. Top damage game. Harvester. Okay? So, unfortunately, we have characters like that in the game that are far superior to almost anything, and they take 0 skill to play. So, awesome characters like this and First Shot get overlooked, and people are like, it's not worth it. Well, they do a lot of damage. You just have to be good with them. So,
in this case, we'll need to build up to place the Atlas laser.
there we go. Got full cooldown reduction on my kunai.
Watch out.
Full cooldown reduction. Another thing that I wanted to point out, to do a double jump and kunai, it costs 50. Kunai costs, here, I'll wait till I get up to 100, and I'll show you. Then we'll go play with the smasher. So we're at 100 energy. Double jump takes 20, okay? So if you double jump and do kunai, it costs 50. Boom, 50 energy. Yeah. Look at that clear. That's gross. It's gross. It's definitely a cool hero. In Challenge the Horde, I'll literally come up here on the top. Let's say there's a bunch of spawners down here. As they're spawning, I will literally jump out, backflip back, kill everything. I'll have a free kunai. Jump out, do it again, land back on top. Jump out, do it again, land on top. I can do that indefinitely. Per my energy. I can get like 4 or 5 of them off, and I have to wait just a little bit. The one problem you do run into with the kunais is you're going to have people throwing up turrets, you're going to have teddy bears, you're going to have their grenades. So if you're comfortable and good enough using this hero, you kind of want to be in your own area, clearing it all out. Maybe having some traps or somebody else in another area behind you, picking up what gets missed. But you got super strong AoE clear with this character, and you can do it from a safe distance. Cylon, one of my buddies, streamer buddies, he uses launch pads so he can get that extra height, and it doesn't consume his energy. So he'll jump off of stuff, man. He'll jump and then hit it. And look at that. That's gross. So that's Bladestorm, not Enforcer. Bladestorm. Enforcer's an Outlander. I like him a lot. I know a lot of people when they watch YouTube content or they watch streamers or they look for information regarding stuff, they sometimes jump to the conclusion that the person is telling them this is the best. Okay, I want to make it pretty clear. I never said this guy is the best, because he's not. He's not. But he's far from terrible. I held out on making a video on it for a long time because there was a ton of people after the first couple days that were just calling him garbage. I'm like, maybe you're just garbage. Like, and there was actually a lot of people that got mad. I actually lost a 5-month viewer over it. Because I basically said that if you think he's terrible, you're just bad at the game or you're bad at the character. And a guy wanted me to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But so yeah, it's a fun character. He's definitely fun. He's definitely viable. Situational, like most heroes should be. You should not be almighty powerful. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what they do with this ability in the future with newer ninjas. Ultimately, I think instead of Dragon Slash, the next one needs to have Stars and Kunai, and then Smoke Bomb. I'm not a big fan of Smoke Bomb, but Smoke Bomb would be way more relevant than Dragon Slash. I don't know what Smoke Bomb normally costs, but even if it costed 50 energy, you could use Smoke Bomb to clear everything out of you. You could heal through it, and I also think that Smoke Bomb should be something you can throw down, and then it clears off any kind of effects that you have on your person. You could run Mega Base if you had Smoke Bomb to get your shield back. So when you're about to die, it's kind of like an all crap situation. Boom, Smoke Bomb, and it's a saving grace ability. And that would have been a better defensive ability for this hero than Dragon Slash. So Dragon Slash isn't defensive, but I would have preferred to see Smoke Bomb on here. So one last thing I didn't mention in the video, Kunai is super fun. You can get up high. I make ninja kill tunnels now where I leave the roofs off, okay? So I funnel them down tunnels, and I usually use a lot of snare or freeze traps. I don't put damage in because I want to kill it with Kunai. It's a lot of fun. But if there's propane, you got to go, man. You got to go. The Kunai sets it off, so do your ninja stars. So, that's a little frustrating. It'd be awesome if it didn't set it off. So maybe the next Kunai guy won't have the Kunai, which explodes, which I think is what's triggering the propane. Maybe it triggers anyways from impact. I don't know. But if you didn't have the explosion, and maybe they gave it extra damage, straight raw damage instead of explosions, then you stack that tactical. You can do some serious work in tunnels without setting off propane. But they probably ignite it anyways, regardless of the explosion. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they do in the future. I'd like to see Stars, Smoke Bomb, and Kunai. And then maybe allow us to have 2 of them. So you could jump Kunai. Oh, it'd be like a napalm strike over the air. It'd be pretty sweet. I like him, if you can't tell already. He's super fun. I'm obsessed. Him and Dark Viking are 2 of my all-time favorite heroes that they've come out with. So hopefully there's a little bit of different insight on there regarding on how to play him that might make you change your mind on playing him. I know a lot of people don't like him, which is fine. You don't have to like him. I don't care. I like him. So there's some tips and tricks on how to play him better if you're still curious at all. Again, bonuses, the ability damage is worth picking him up alone if you don't have Shuriken Master. So there's that. I got more gameplay. I'll be playing with him a lot, man. He's one of my favorites. So if you want to check him out, you want to come by the stream. If I'm not playing him, ask me to play him. I'll switch to him in a heartbeat. I always change characters throughout the streams. So if you want to see some gameplay with him, feel free to swing by over at Twitch at twitch.tv/SlyGumbi. We're live pretty much every night between 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's West Coast United States. And then nights that I start later, we do go longer. It's not uncommon where I'll still be streaming when the sun is coming up on the West Coast. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.